reaching out and meeting with me today.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
What prompted you to reach out and make this appointment?
Well, I think lately it's been hard for me to kind of go about my normal everyday life. I don't know, it's something I struggle with more times than others, and I feel like in this kind of like mountain and valley, I'm kind of walking up the mountain. So before I got like to the top, and it was difficult to work myself back down. I wanted to reach out and talk to you and try to get it off my chest. Try to I don't know, maybe work through, maybe figure something out.
No, thank you for coming in today. That sounds really hard. What kind of situations are happening during these times when you're feeling like it's hard to get through life?
Yeah, I know. I kind of explained a little bit before to you, but really what's going on is that sometimes when I'm going through my day, it's that I just have this sense that something really, really bad is about to happen. Like, to me, to my loved ones, to family, friends. I don't know. I don't know if it's the news or social media. I don't know what's influencing it. So when this kind of thing is happening to me, it kind of it's like I have this fog, this distraction at all times. I just think I'm just dreading and anticipating something bad that's about to happen. So whenever that's not going on, and whenever I'm like distracted or going through my life, my family, my husband, that kind of thing, it's fine. I'm good, but I don't think about it. But as soon as it starts to creep back in, it's just dark. It's hard.
I know you mentioned that like distractions can help keep you from it. In the past 2 weeks, what are some times when you weren't feeling these thoughts? What exactly were you doing, or what was going on in your life?
It seems to be when I'm with people. Like if I'm hanging out with my parents or grandparents, I kind of take care of my grandparents, and strangely enough, when I'm there and with them, it doesn't occur to me that something bad could happen. I think maybe I'm with them having a good time. Whenever I'm with my husband, when we're going for a walk, talking, that kind of thing, I feel like I can focus and get face-to-face time, maybe reassurance. But whenever I don't have that something to focus on, my mind just wanders, and I think I'm next, or
Okay.
something's gonna happen.
So, with this like problem today, these kind of feeling that something bad's gonna happen, on a scale with 0 being the absolute worst that you felt, and then 10 being it's not a problem at all, where would you say you kind of rank this problem, like in affecting your everyday life?
Everyday life, with 0 being the most affected. Is that what you said?
Yes.
0 being the most affected, probably a 3 or 4. I know that I can get down to a 1 or 2, and that's when I'm not, eating well, I'm not going to the grocery, not sleeping. So right now, 3 or 4, I feel like I'm approaching that. I can still do what I need to do. Obviously, I was still able to come and, seek help for it, so I don't think I'm too far gone yet, but it's hard. 3 or 4, for sure.
What do you think will need to happen for you to go up just 1 point? So if you're at that 3 every day, to go to that 4, what do you see happening?
For it to get better, I feel like I just need to. It sounds dumb to say. I feel like I just need to think about it less. I feel like I need to be just a little bit more distracted, have a little bit more purpose, connection. I feel myself not wanting to go to work and wanting to just stay in bed and this kind of thing. And I still have enough extrinsic motivation to get up and do it. And I feel like maybe if I just held my feet to the fire a little bit more, I could go up that point. Just like it's gonna be fine, nothing's gonna happen. But I don't know how to do that particularly.
Yeah, and this just seems like a really hard problem to deal with. How have you managed to kind of carry on in those times where it might be a 1 or 2?
Support, professionally, personally, that kind of thing. I feel like strangely enough, whenever I'm very busy at work or I have a lot going on, like maybe when my healthy stress goes up a little bit more, my number on the scale does as well. It gets better. Because I have that focus, I have something to do. I don't have that time for my brain to wander and get to those dark places of, doom, of anxiety.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you a fairly strange question, but bear with me.
Okay.
If you were to go to sleep this evening, and when you were asleep, the problem that brought you here, so kind of those feelings of doom, just miraculously went away, and it's been solved, what would you notice is different when you wake up?
I guess kind of like that. I think I just put myself in that place. I think I'd be able to breathe a little bit easier. I feel like physically I would feel like I could breathe and look around and enjoy what's going on rather than being afraid of the future. I feel like that would be the biggest thing that I can feel physically, would definitely be able to, like, I can breathe, I can live in the moment. I don't have to worry about what's next or if there's something bad that's going to happen. I feel like, that physical symptom would show a lot of relief for me.
Who in your life, whether it's friends, family, your husband, do you think would be the first person to notice if this problem was magically solved?
Oh, my husband, for sure. I feel like a lot of times when I'm talking to him, or when he's talking to me, he knows where I am on that number scale.
Yeah.
Right. If I'm just not able to focus or just given non-responses back to questions or conversation, that he knows. So probably pretty easy for him to tell when it's gone. If it's just magically gone, there'll be a night and day difference. Literally, I wake up different.
And what else do you think would change about your life, even if it's something small, if this problem is just gone? I know you mentioned like those feelings. Is there anything kind of more physically or with your job at work that you think would change if this problem was just gone?
Yeah, I feel like probably my work performance would improve. Physically, I think I'd probably feel better because I would be able to focus on things that are good for me and not just worry about something bad. Whenever I get so affected, I kind of am immobilized by it. I just know something's gonna happen, and I know that I can't connect with what I'm doing. So I feel like I would be able to be healthier physically without this problem. I could do the things that I need to do every day. Take care of myself, take care of my family, these kind of things.
And I know you've mentioned that distractions are a really great way to deal with this. Is there anything else in times when these thoughts haven't been that bad besides distractions? Like if you have to be alone, that you found works?
Yeah, I feel like I can put a lot of things into like the category of like a distraction.
Sure.
But something I don't think is really a distraction that helps me is like writing.
Okay.
Like journaling. I think maybe I know when I'm writing it down that it's not as severe as I think it is. I write it down and I think, oh my god, this is the worst thing. But in deep dark in the back of my head, I know it's not. And I think what helps me in that instance is that I put myself in the future self, and I think as I'm writing this, like, oh, this is gonna be so dumb in a week. Whenever I know this isn't an issue, I think some not a distraction, but some way to work through it. Definitely was like writing, journaling.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of homework as we wrap this up, and I just want, as you go on this week, to really notice the times when it's better. A lot of times we focus on, when things feel bad. I want you to kind of take a moment and be mindful of the times when it's better and record the things that work while you're doing that make it better.
Sure.
And, record it on a little journal or whatever you have with you, whether it's your phone, something you just keep on you. And observe the actions that you do and things that make it better rather than worse.
Yep.
And then, when you come back in about a week, we can kind of discuss that, because there might be some things that you're doing that help that you might not even realize.
Sure. Yeah, that'll keep me. I think that'll keep me grounded, especially I'm already writing, so I can just write that too. But yeah, I think that'll work. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Thank you for coming in today.
Absolutely. Thank you.